When we think of cartoon villains, we usually imagine goofy bad guys with over the top plans and exaggerated personalities. But every now and then, a cartoon introduced a villain that felt genuinely terrifying. Not because they were the strongest, but because they looked wrong, sounded wrong, or represented fears we could not explain as children. These were not just bad guys, they were nightmare fuel. Today, we are counting down the cartoon villains that haunted an entire generation. Number 7, him. If you asked kids in the early 2000s which cartoon villain scared them the most, many would say one name, him. With his crimson skin, unsettling smile, high heels, deep voice that shifted into an eerie and calm, manipulative demeanor. Him never relied on brute force. He preferred psychological games. He invaded dreams, twisted reality, and convinced heroes to doubt themselves. Unlike most cartoon villains, him always seemed completely in control. That confidence made him unforgettable.
You know when he'll be back. I don't know. See, Grubber tricked the mayor into leaving so we could break in and use the Powerpuff hotline to make crank calls.
You don't say. Well, to whom might I be speaking?
This is Belly.
Number 7, King Ramses. 3 words. Return the slot. King Ramses appears for only a short time, yet he is one of the most iconic horror figures in cartoon history. His stiff CGI appearance clashed with the show's animation style, making him feel unnatural. Combined with eerie music and an unforgettable voice, he became the embodiment of childhood dread. Sometimes, the scariest villains don't need much screen time.
You will be visited by 3 plagues, each worse than the last. Return the slab.
Ha! Nice try, Professor. Who's he kidding? I can see the zipper on that cheap dime store costume.
Number 5, the Lich. Most Adventure Time villains are quirky. The Lich is not. He's the living embodiment of death. He does not want money, power, or revenge. He wants the end of all life. His calm voice makes him even more unsettling. There is no anger, no excitement, just absolute certainty that everything should end. For a children's cartoon, that's an astonishingly dark concept.
Stop!
Aren't you cold, Finn? Walk into the well, Finn.
Number 4, Aku. Aku is more than a villain. He's a force of nature, a shape-shifting master of darkness who controls an entire future through fear. What makes Aku memorable is not just his power, it's his personality. One moment he's making jokes, the next he's delivering genuine, chilling threats. That unpredictability kept viewers constantly on edge. Number 3, the Beast. The Beast rarely raises his voice. He does not need to. His slow, deliberate speech and towering silhouette create an overwhelming sense of dread. Rather than chasing his victims, he manipulates them, offering false hope, feeding on fear. He is the perfect example of psychological horror in animation.
You've brought me the first 2 items, a golden comb and a spool of silver thread.
It's just spiderweb on a stick.
Now I want the sun.
The sun?
Here, Lower the sun out of the sky and into this china cup.
Oh, well, that sounds impossible.
Anything is possible if you set your mind to it, right? But hurry.
Judge Doom. Technically, this is a film rather than a TV cartoon, but fewer animated villains left a bigger impression. Judge Doom begins as a cold, mysterious authority figure. Then comes the reveal, his bulging cartoon eyes, high-pitched voice, and horrifying transformation. For many children, this scene was unforgettable and deeply unsettling. Number 1. The Other Mother. She begins as the perfect parent, kind, patient, attentive. Everything Caroline wishes for, but slowly, the illusion falls apart. Her smile grows wider, her eyes remain lifeless, and those button eyes become one of the most recognizable images in modern horror. The Other Mother does not just threaten Caroline's life, she tempts her with everything she has ever wanted. That's what makes her terrifying. She represents the danger of trusting appearances.
Father thinks supper's ready. Well, go on. He's in his study.
The greatest cartoon villains are not remembered because they were the strongest. They are remembered because they made us feel something. Fear, uneasy, curiosity. Even years later, just seeing these characters can transport us back to childhood, to the moment we realize that cartoons were not always safe. Sometimes they look straight into our nightmares.
See, woodsman, all who perish here will become trees for the lantern. Cut them down with your axe. Go, now! Stop! You'll never see your daughter again, woodsman. Are you really ready to go back to that empty house?